And now, for your listening pleasure, straight out of Milwaukee, the least talked about podcast in Wisconsin, Hypocritical, with your guides, Alexa MKE. How you doing, Alexa?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Me, Shock the MoKE, MoKE, where we praise or vent, mostly vent, on all things that really, in the end,
Just don't matter.
All right. So here we are again. After it's hard, we gotta say it right away. Packer win, so we can move on from there.
Yay, Packers! 4-0.
Somebody's still playing.
Yeah. 4-0.
All right,
4-0.
so start us out, Alexa.
Start you out? You want to know what I was eating?
Sure, always.
All right, hang on. Wrong thing. We want to go to here. Food, movies, and fests. So my. So, I was reading, I don't know if it was on Urban Milwaukee or Milwaukee Record or something like that. There was an article about a cooperative called Milwaukee Farmers United. So what they are is they are a place where a bunch of farms come together and they have product that's fresh product, and some of it's not. Some of it's
Some of it's rotten.
Some of it's rotten. Yeah, no. Some of it's manufactured by like small businesses. And so we decided, hey, let's order from this place because, I haven't been able to get to the farmer's market. I wasn't able to, purchase a CSA. So I ordered things like potatoes and apples and lettuce. And then they also had...
actual produce. Yeah.
Yeah, but locally grown produce and, carrots and things like that. And so they deliver to your house and they don't charge to deliver. The prices are a little pricey, but... they don't charge to deliver. See, we took our color run, and I'll talk about that a little later. So Sunday, I put my cooler out. I come home, and there's all this lovely produce in there, and there's a couple of little dessertos that we bought, and got Roger some kombucha. So it was super cool, and it was super smooth. They have a great website. Again, it's Milwaukee Farmers United, and
very seamless, and. Again, you say you paid a little bit more probably than actual retail, but
but it's all local produce.
You didn't have, it wasn't so ungodly that you didn't think you didn't get your yin for the yang. That's for sure.
Yeah, the only thing is I've had it's called Bunny's Bite, who makes the little desserts, and they're vegan and gluten free. And I've had their stuff at restaurants before, and so I figured, I'd give them a shot, through this. And they're really good. They're really delicious. They're just a little pricey. Everything else was reasonable. Like the heads of lettuce were like $3.50, which is normal for an organic,
Okay, there's the other part. It's organic, right? Okay.
Yeah, from a farmer's market. And then there were all different varieties of apples and some really interesting stuff. So I highly recommend it for people who are interested.
And again, it looked all fresh, like you said, not like it was picked over. They gave you the bad ones.
No, it was really good. And I haven't had the potatoes yet, but I've had a bunch of the other stuff, and it is delicious. And the apples, like they were called Zestar. Oh my God, they're so good. So
well, I'm gonna have to drop you off some of my Yacon here.
I heard about that.
I picked the one that was in Chrissy's yard. It ended up. I've got a picture of me on my Facebook page holding it up like a trout that I just did. It ended up being
we all
60.
proud.
Yeah, someone said it looked like a proud papa, And I had the root was at my head level, maybe a little higher, and the leaves hit the ground. So it was,
nice.
And it bushed out about the same. So it was this thing was a 6x6 plant.
Oh, nice.
And it came out with I'd say about 8
rhizomes, tubers, yeah.
Tubers, yeah, they were about that big. Scraped them off, get the rind off. They said to do that, if I remember what I read right, and chopped it up to give it a shot. And everybody, I'll tell you, I think it's one of those things that if you think of a vegetable first and then eat it, it probably tastes like that, kind of like tofu.
So it's kind of neutral, more like a potato-ish.
Right. It's a water chestnut consistency. I'd give it. All right.
Oh, I like that.
Right, and it stays crisp. You just put it in lemon water when you have it out, because otherwise it'll get brown.
More like a jicama then.
Yeah, and yes, and then it also to me a guy had said, my buddy Shates, he said carrot, and then I had some again just before I went on, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see where he gets that carrot taste, kind of like the hard part inside the carrot that doesn't taste like the carrot as much,
Okay,
that
so
little
a little bit
core.
sweet, but then more crunchy and
Yeah, and some people are like unripened pear, maybe a little bit like a rutabaga or cauliflower. I mean, not cauliflower,
okay.
but not cauliflower. Kohlrabi, maybe.
Okay.
Kohlrabi was kind of one of the things I thought in my head. So you got to look this up though, because I know you and what's good for you and everything. This is a really good antioxidant, good gut thing. So I got to bring some over here. I'm gonna get some more for my dad, and then we'll show you, see if I can package some up and pickle
Yeah.
some or whatever.
No, I want it raw. I love stuff raw.
I've got it. It gets the sugars are real low. They're insoluble sugars for the body when you first get it out. Not
Mhm.
very sweet, but there are some sugars, and so even diabetics can eat it at that point. But I'm leaving some on the windowsill. They say that a week later, it'll be those sugars will turn into more of the soluble type sugars, and it will be a real sweeter as well.
Ooh, that sounds
So
good. Yeah, I like
yeah, yeah.
that. So
All right.
yes. So we went on our color ride because it is fall, and
All right.
so
Oh no, it is not.
well, actually, it's Indian summer considering the weather outside. Okay, it's
Yeah,
Indian summer now, so the leaves are starting to change, and we decided to take the ride up towards Wausau area because we went up to Rib Mountain, which was gorgeous.
oh, great. Yeah.
We have all the state park stickers in all our cars, so we can just go to the state parks anytime we want. So we did that, and then we went up Highway 107 by the river, which was real pretty. But then it turns into some, basically pines, so there's not a lot of color. Then once we got into like around Minocqua area, depending upon where you were, some of the leaves were already off the trees. So like depending upon where you are, you can go like 15 miles one way and 20 miles another, and it's completely different. So this week to this weekend is going to be the week to go.
They say, what is it? A week every 100 miles. That's they kind of figure it.
I don't even know if it was that because it kind of started turning around Stevens Point, and then when we got up to Wausau, that's where the color was. And Minocqua was not that far away from Wausau. It's less than an hour, maybe about an hour, and so it was just weird. Um, it
But
just,
they've got some earlier colds up there too already than we have down here. They had some frost
well, see,
almost a
that's
month
what we were
ago.
talking about. We were talking about that they had some frost that we didn't have, so that might have affected things. But I definitely would recommend if anybody wants to take a color ride, do it this weekend and look at the Wisconsin color map. There is one that the state puts out, and choose your place wisely. So, so
The
yeah.
direction you go, correct.
Yeah, so you had some food. I see your
Wait,
little.
wait. Yeah, there's a place that opened up down near where I worked on Highway 100, where the new festival is down there in the Bronze
Yeah, I
Powerhouse.
saw that. I saw this place. Tell me about it.
Yeah, and so I kind of like, what is a butter cake? So I actually looked it up, like what's a butter cake? And it's kind of like cheesecake and regular cake together, yellow cake, and cheesecake together. And I'm like,
That
well,
sounds
all right,
really rich.
yeah, well, yeah, you ain't the half of it. Yeah, when you go in there, of course they have all the. Well, here's the peanut butter version. Here's the cookie, and cream. Here's the cookie dough version. Here's the mint one. So I grabbed a peanut butter, and a chocolate chip one. And the
So
peanut butter
you
one.
were going for the calorie overload.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I figured this would last me at least a couple hours. That way I can spread it out.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have a tummy
Get,
ache?
getting one just to throw in. Yeah, well, sugar rush, damn right. Yeah. And then so yeah, we tried the chocolate chip, well, the peanut butter one first one, yeah, and it was rich, that one. And then the chocolate chip one was even more rich, and then the regular classic was just rich. So, but they're kind of like lemon bars, is what I would say. You know how those lemon
Oh,
bars
I
are all
can't
that
eat it though because it's
compact.
dairy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but maybe back when you remember what they were, but you know how solid they were, and and heavy,
I made
and
the
that's
best lemon bars. I did like this light shortcake crust, and then the lemon curd that I whipped up and got all foamy and put in the oven. Oh my God, I hate you
yeah,
now.
yeah. So that was very good, definitely. All right, and, so now I know you have you been watching anything?
Just the boys. I've been watching the boys,
All
which
right.
is has been
Oh,
really good.
it's,
So
yeah.
yeah, I've been digging the
Yeah.
boys.
Just this last one with the heads,
Oh, at
just,
the end,
it's
it
just,
was amazing. I'm still trying
just
to figure out who that
who's doing
person
that?
is. Who
Who's
is that
doing that?
soup? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a
Because
mystery.
they even popped a couple of soups in the courtroom.
Yes, he
If you
did.
look, it wasn't just
No, no,
those.
hey, hey, hey. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna back up 5 minutes. Spoilers are coming. Okay, anyway.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so watch the boys always before you watch this show. All right, because we're gonna always watch that. And yeah, I saw some of Eddie's guitar on it, and I didn't know. I thought he was just kind of like listening to Van Halen, and I didn't know what was going on. I was
No.
behind the times on that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw it this afternoon. Probably less than an hour after it broke. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen passed away throat cancer. He was 65 years old. Legend, legend.
I got to see them when they reformed with David in Chicago. So I and his son was Wolf. His
Yeah,
son.
it's
Eddie's,
Wolf.
yeah, Wolfgang. Yeah, I was with them. So because I know Michael Anthony, I don't know, they had a falling out with him on that or
Yeah.
all that. Went on his own, and yeah, it's too bad. But so I got to see Van Halen. That was good. I think I would have liked to see it with Sammy as much as Diamond Dave is Van Halen. Sammy's Van Halen too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they all are. I mean, that when there's a genesis in a band, they go through different, band members, whether it's singers or guitar players or whatever, major band members. They're still part of the band. They're just an different, era or iteration of that band. They're still the same band because it's music.
Well, and there's been a lot of that with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that they're up in arms of. There's pitchforks and torches about, how much who gets to be in the induction and be there on stage as part of the ceremony. When you have a band that has these moving parts, like what's his name from Megadeth with Metallica,
Yeah,
they didn't really give him the acknowledgement yet. Like half the songs in their first album are his, and his
yeah.
guitar work is there. So that's not right. Think about Chicago. If you had to have everybody for Chicago out there, that's
Oh
been
my
too
God. There were like 47,000 people in Chicago.
I know, but it depends. Who's going to say you shouldn't have been there? It's like having a wedding in a small town. Who doesn't get invited? Who shouldn't get invited?
That's
I
when you
mean,
have
what?
the destination wedding or you elope over in Las Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, Rip Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks. Well, you were watching Fargo, you said?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know when they redid these series? Have you ever watched any of them when they
I
made them a
I've never
series?
watched. I saw the movie Fargo, but I never watched any of the series. But they had some amazing actors. It looked like that were
Oh
on board.
this has been a while since this last one came along. The first two seasons are really great. They're really good. Like I don't know if you know the two True Detective shows that were on. A couple of those were good.
Yeah, the HBO show. Yeah,
Yeah,
those
they
look good too.
meander. They meander. They take a while to develop, and you got to be patient. I like that. They flush out the characters and stuff that they're talking about ain't gonna
You
happen
mean they don't
until.
do the world building and character development in 30 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, birds. Yeah, Suicide Squad. Um, so I
What
like it.
character development? They just killed everybody.
And then so this one has got Chris Rock in it and some other people. It's great. It's been pretty good so far. We've watched a couple episodes of that. But if you're gonna start with one of those Fargos, I'm telling you, the Billy Bob Thornton one is a freaking awesome, most awesome Fargo there is.
Yeah, that's
He
cool.
does a great job in it. the dark humor in there is off the hook. I think it's really one of the best ones. Yeah, now get this. I'm getting my zombie on. Walking Dead, Fear the Dead, and World Beyond, the new one now, is they're all coming out all at the same time. Well, they've been probably having to sit. Usually they have these separated. So they're all throughout the year, but they've got them in the can now. They've been backing these things up from COVID. Now I have to have 3 zombie shows all on at the same time.
Well, you get your zombie on. It is going to be Halloween. I mean, come on.
But now it's hard to, when you're a zombie, it's like you look from one and they're all the same kind of characters in the same world. It's not like this is DC and Marvel where I can keep it separate. It's still like, oh, wasn't he on was that the one? Who's the bad guy in this one?
So now you're getting confused because all your zombies are mixing together.
I don't know. I'm going to have to, it's going to be, this is bad, it's a bad thing. But then I got to jam it all in at one time. I probably should I should probably wait till they're all done in 3 months and then watch one, or just watch one now and then the next
just
one
binge
after.
watch them, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In an order, not just, I don't know. I'm going to do something like that. Save some, put them away. Hey, is there a lock on your DVR that says, do not open till Christmas?
Yeah, you just put tape on the clicker.
For people who don't want to look ahead, we have a way to stop you from watching more.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. So, internet adventures.
All right. My first one, the Chris Wallace under attack. There was a picture of Chris Wallace getting off the boat with a person with gray hair handing his hand down to him to help him onto the boat.
Okay.
This Republican blah, blah, blah conspiracy guy, he's the worst one I've got. The worst one. I love watching them because they're just so ridiculous sometimes. He said something about, here's Wallace with pedo Clooney. They all stick together. And I'm like, wait a minute. Where's George Clooney a pedo? Where is this conspiracy theory coming up? Right. So then a little bit later, he reposted it because he must have seen a different meme that looked the same way. In his head, he must have gone, yeah, I'm calling George Clooney a pedo. I'm not ready for that yet. So another meme pops up, and this time it's here's Wallace getting off the boat with Epstein. I'm like, no, you just had a previous meme that identified the guy.
Was this
Clooney.
Before or after Epstein didn't kill himself?
After just now, it's just not right. No, so right. But no, this is Wallace meeting Clooney at Martha's Vineyard, and somehow someone wants to divide everybody and say that this is, Wallace because Wallace had to have an agenda to shut the president up like he did. They said it was 2 against 1 up there.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch that, by the way, because I just was smarter than that.
Yeah. So everybody wanted to be on Chris Wallace, like this. Hey, no wonder he's, for that. No, he's a Fox guy who, just because he told your president to shut up. All right, well, our president. So, like I said, here, even these Republicans can't even get it right and are doing it just to divide. It's just to divide.
Well, we know that. We know that there's troll farms out there doing this stuff. So you've heard about the Proud Boys, right? That
yes.
That right-wing supremacist group.
It's the new KKK.
Yeah. So they're the white supremacist group that has been going to like some of these like the anti-mask rallies and some of the BLM rallies and things like that. Well, there's new memes on the internet. I just love them all.
George Takei started this.
Yeah, so basically, the LGBTQ community is taking back the term Proud Boys, and there have been memes all over the internet with gay couples kissing, and it is the best. Getting married, they're kissing, they're arm in arm. It's awesome.
One of my favorites was talk about being tough or something. These Proud Boys will walk 7 miles half naked in high heels, dancing all the way, and it's, a little Mardi
Yeah.
Gras action from a gay parade. And then down below it, these guys got to take their guns to go to the store.
Exactly, exactly. It's like it's just amazing. So it's all these proud men who are married or in relationships, and they're just these beautiful photos of loving people together. And I'm just like I'm so happy to see all those Proud Boy memes taking Proud back.
Love George Takei. I really
Yeah, I
do.
love George Takei, and then uh, Ian McClellan and who plays Picard?
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. They had a couple of them with them kissing and stuff like
Oh,
that. So
great.
yeah, yeah. So it's great because those guys are very good friends, and it's so good to see. They had a Bowie and Freddie Mercury from back in the day. It's just like awesome stuff, just really awesome stuff. So yeah. So you've got a couple
Okay, my
things
internet
here.
whales thing. So
Yes.
I'm
What
reading
is
across
this?
this one. There was an article that said Wales town loses internet at the same time 18 months in a row. Yeah, I was like, all right, I got to figure out what this is all about. Okay,
Okay.
so I started reading about it, and they had this thing where at 7 o'clock in every morning in this town, the small town, I forgot how many people I should have gotten that down,
Oh,
but
I
the
think
small
I
town,
read this. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
everybody's internet goes down at 7 o'clock. They can't get back on. Nothing happens. They come out. Internet company redoes cables, redoes the junction boxes, redoes everything, gives them new stuff to every place. Still happens. 7 o'clock. Boom. Right on the dot. Right on the dot. Same time. It all happens. So just for the sake of it, a guy's like, I'm ready to try anything. He tries to get some noise people out there thinking that maybe there's something offshore or a signal or something, that might be interfering. So sure enough, these guys walk around the town for an hour. At 7 o'clock, boom, they pick up this big disturbance. They track it all the way to this guy's house. In the guy's house, he had little old man. Oh, yes, 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 where can I help you? Have fun storming the castle. I mean, that kind of a guy, I'm sure opened up the door and they go, he looked at his television set, and this old television set, every time he turned it on, would make some kind of like an impulse. Like they always talk about those, MPs, that knock
EMPs, yeah,
everybody
electrical
impulse.
electromagnetic
Yeah,
impulse,
impulse.
yeah.
Yeah, it made some kind of signal that that just waylaid the whole town or got close enough to where the junction box was in this little guy's house that it waylaid the whole town off of internet. And so the guy threw the TV out immediately. I liked how he said he was embarrassed and he took it. I would have bought that guy the biggest flat screen TV they had in town. He would have had my
Right?
thanks, dude, man. All right. But I don't want you to be without a TV. But the guy just got up at 7 o'clock every day. Now, it actually has a thing called SHINE, and it stands for single high level impulse noise. And the guy was trying to make a sense of that. Listen, you can see that just as TV knocked this out, we have those things. Every CCTV camera has them. Every chip reader has them. Every
Oh yeah.
signal alarm, motion detector. Is that these signals are everywhere, and the ability for this to happen is only increasing every day. But I thought that was hilarious. What
Well, see, and
hilarious!
that goes back to my thing where I want to get my ham radio license because one of the most robust systems is ham radio, and you can actually create internet with ham radio, which a lot of people don't know, which is super cool.
Wow, airwave internet. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
All right,
So
and the last thing I just had was just a side thing because I changed the battery and I just kind of thought to myself, what battery do you replace the most? And I know my mind went right away that I don't want to hear the answer to if it is, your personal
no,
vibrating.
actually not. Of course, Dave went there. I can't think. I think I changed the battery. I'm a analog clock person. I love having analog clocks around. You can see there's one up here. I actually have one over here. There's one in the bedroom. There's one over
Yeah,
there.
I
So
got
it's usually
one.
my analog clocks I change the batteries on. So.
All right, so that yeah, it's probably that's true. That's a good one. It was my mouse. I have a battery in my wireless mouse,
Oh,
and that
okay.
that that one seems to get that one I can constantly I mean I'm never buying. I probably because I'm buying dollar store batteries, but it's that seems to be the one that
That
I
might
actually
be the
go through.
reason.
Well, even when I put in a decent battery, I think it's just because sometimes it's upside down, still going if it falls or in the wrong spot. It's
Does that
always
have an
running.
on off button? Because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have a
I
wireless
never,
mouse.
if
So
I'm going to carry it with me somewhere so it doesn't jiggle around the bag, then I turn it off. But
okay.
other than that, but yeah, I was just thinking, what else do I kind of remotes? Even remotes go forever. You know, if you put a
Yeah.
new set of in a remote, it's hard to do that. Um, I have like the thermostat for temperature going on and off.
Oh yeah.
That does much.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
never. When I had my
yeah,
shops, I never changed that. So yeah,
yeah.
interesting.
I was just curious, just curious. As much as we have batteries everywhere, we really don't use them much anymore, as much. Because I mean, flashlights, we used to have it. Now you got your phone. You're always got that thing charged up,
Yeah.
ready to go.
True. True. Yeah. Yeah. So
So little things like that. All
well,
right.
well, that's not critical, but we do
Uh-oh.
talk about things. Is
I
this?
thought that's also a good. I'm sorry, just to finish that. That might be one of those things. Send out to our listeners if you could type in the comments
What
what
device uses the most
uses
batteries?
the most batteries that are changed the most often.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right. So
Today's listener participation question.
there you go. So did you hear about the mini moon?
No.
You have not. Okay. So there is an object that is going to come into Earth's orbit for about a year.
Oh
Um,
yes, 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 yeah, yeah, the comet that's coming.
no,
Yes.
it's not a
Okay. Good.
comet. It's not a comet. So they're not sure whether it's an asteroid, and they're not sure whether it's man-made. But now they're starting to think it's man-made, and it might be one of the when they shot some stuff up to the moon. This might be coming back around, and it might turn into a what they call a mini moon, because anything that orbits the Earth is considered at a certain
Distance. Yeah.
yeah,
Lots of
above the
right.
atmosphere, because it's still in space. It's considered a moon. So
Right.
that might,
Not in
yeah,
our graph. Yeah.
yeah. So it'll be in our gravitational pull, and so yeah, it's so that's going to be happening within the next year or so, and it's going to come into our orbit, and we're going to have a mini moon. They think it's probably man-made, but it could be an asteroid. So that's kind of interesting because we almost
And it
did
does
get
because
hit by an asteroid too.
you don't get the differences up in like well for a while I've seen that comet came in and I wasn't able to see it, that one that came through at the
Yeah,
low area.
me
We
either.
looked for it. Oh, did I just lose you? And
No,
then
did you?
there you are. And then but when the comet, like Halley's comet or whatever, when that came by, or Hale-Bopp, was that Hale-Bopp? What was it? And it was
There
like
was Haley's Comet, there was Hale-Bopp, there was I'm trying to think of the other one.
this
But
would have
yeah.
been like 80, 90, 90, 90, yeah, 90, 92, somewhere
Wow, we're
around
getting
there.
old.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But anyway, but it's really weird seeing something new in the sky like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a picture of all the space junk that's up there? Have you
Yeah,
ever
I
seen what's
actually
up there?
have.
Oh my gosh.
It's
When the
crazy.
first guy could figure out how to go up there and recover space junk, that's Devo Space Junk, that's a Devo song. Uh, the first guy who could figure out how to go get that, he's going to be a millionaire. We got to quit sending stuff up there and figure out a guy that can figure out a way to get stuff back down here and clear that thing out up there.
Well, either that or it just comes back down and it either burns up or it hits the earth somewhere. So,
Right, right. Well, if you put a little rocket on it, send it all on the moon in one spot, then we could start our dump on the moon. And there we can start polluting another planet right away.
yes, there we go. Well, the moon is not a planet, but
Yeah, right, it's a
that's
moon.
actually another internet meme that we're not going to go through because I guess Isaac Mizrahi was on one of the shopping channels. They were trying to figure out whether the moon was a planet or a star. Like, seriously. Come on. Okay, so we haven't talked about coronavirus at all.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, look who has the Rona.
I know so much about this now. I went to school. It's like going to school. I know so much about this that I'm going to get in a car and take a victory lap around the hospital.
While I'm still on, I don't know if he was still on Dex or it was Midisvere, but yeah, here's this guy,
It's
like,
just like any other flu that you have to go to a major hospital, take experimental drugs for.
yes,
It's
yeah,
like any other flu.
yeah, yeah. We're not even going to go through his stupidity with
And,
that.
and, and a lot are dying because he ain't paying for the government money that we're spending for him to take a helicopter ride with his $750 of taxes a year. So we're paying for that ride.
Well, I paid more in taxes than he did, just so you know.
Right.
And I've been paying more in taxes every year than he did because I end up paying in even after I file my taxes. So we're not going to go there.
They're taking advantage of the system, illegally, or he's
Yeah.
a bad businessman. You tell me which one you want
How
to
about
believe.
both?
Yeah, well, that's just it.
Did you see
And
the eyebrow?
this is what this is now Ron Johnson has it. Yeah, and he's trying to backtrack. Well, I didn't know.
Oh, Ron Johnson. Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't think it's anything. He just says, "Oh, we should just open everything up." It's like, come on. I'm just.
He's asymptomatic too. But anybody that says this is not a political thing, they say they don't want it to be a political thing. But anybody who says this is not a political thing doesn't understand what's going on, and that shows by this Gallup poll about party identification and how often you wear a mask. Republicans, how many times always? 24%. Never. 27%. Democrat, how much do you always? 61%. How much do you never? 1%. That
Yeah.
is so it is a political thing. Now, let's try to figure out why is it a political thing?
You know, I'm gonna say I don't even care why it's a political thing because they just want to be obstructive. To me, it's like we have over 200,000 deaths. Remember what was that, 3, 4 podcasts back? I said we're going to be at 500,000 by March. We may hit that before March. We are at 1,000,000 deaths globally.
Yeah, 200,000. Hey, we hit that. Remember,
Yeah.
we all thought it was terrible. Oh, we got
And Wisconsin, we're number 1. Did you see the map?
3 times, yeah.
Yeah, the New York Times map had us, and we are just like this glowing beacon of red in the rest of the country. Wisconsin, Florida's not like that. California's not like that. New York's not like that. No, but Wisconsin is. Illinois, Minnesota, Michigan. No, it's Wisconsin. We are the glowing beacon of red in the U.S. Why is that? Because we have obstructive Republican legislators, and you sit there and you say, it shouldn't be political. Well, clearly they're making it political. They're going to try to strike down the mask mandate.
It's political because it's money over health. It's money over
You can't
health.
make money if your constituents or your consumers are dead.
Bartenders, bar owners don't care right now. They don't care that you're going to catch COVID going out to eat at their place. They want you to be able to come out and eat at their place and give them their money so they can keep paying the people that work there and get money themselves and not go under. I understand that panic with them. Okay, that's a group. That's
a small business thing that we talked about this.
They need help, right? They need help. We need to carry them through this somehow or whatever this shakes out. But you can't say that I have to be open. Damn your problems and your flare-ups. You can't say that. You just have to be able to say I want more money and shout that way, not I want to open and let people come around and touch each other and spit on each other while they're drinking. And no, we're playing dice. No, that's not going to happen. You got to figure out a different thing to get money.
Well, Wisconsin, the legislature here has done absolutely nothing. They've done zero. It's a rock. And you know what they said this last time?
So our regular government hasn't either. That was 3 months ago when they said we're going to try to have something by Monday. I remember that 3 months ago for the second stimulus package or whatever they're going to do.
Oh, and now they don't care.
Yeah, now they're going on vacation, and there's whatever.
Well, the president has it, Rona, and it doesn't matter. No, but the thing is anybody who votes for any of these Republicans, any of them, They are voting for murderers because we have how many deaths in Wisconsin? I'm not quite sure where it is, but it's over 200,000 in the U.S. It's a million deaths globally. And the people who have gotten corona, over, I think it was something like between 60 and 70% have persistent lifelong problems,
Yeah. Oh
heart
yeah, there's
problems,
problems.
kidney
Even
problems,
the
gut
kids, the heart
problems.
problems, the kids and the student athletes. Yeah, and I guess, here's the thing. Pelosi, goes off a little bit when she says he should be held accountable for these deaths. Well, no, he shouldn't be held accountable for 200,000 deaths. No, he shouldn't. But we have to admit that 10% of those were his responsibility for not panicking his constituents. His constituents never got panicked and needed to be panicked, and we can give him a 10% of those deaths because of that. And that's 2,000. Now we're getting at 9/11 number.
10% of
Yeah,
200,000 is
20,000.
20,000. Yeah.
20,000. So we can give them 20,000. We are building memorials for people that we have died at 3,000 people, for 9/11, okay? Whatever, that tragedy. But somehow this isn't going to be a national tragedy. And this man killed more people because of his inadequacy than those things did.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
internal terrorism. We have internal terrorism through the president,
Well,
killing us people, killing his people in the sake of looking good and
and the
wanting,
Republican Party in general, because all's the Republican Party,
they're going along with everything.
right? The Republican Party in Wisconsin has done zero. They've done nothing but criticize and push back, and
Stop doing
then
stop doing it. What do you got for instead? I don't know. We just want something different, but stop that.
well, and the thing is they've been gaveling in and gaveling out every single special session that the governor has called. And I don't care who the governor is. A governor could be, a golden retriever puppy. They're going to gavel in and gavel out a session if you put a D around its neck. So it's like, come on. You're being obstructionist. You're doing this because for whatever political reasons you have,
Right, they're going to be
but
all pissed off, but if we do anything like that on their confirmation hearing, why are they even coming in here? Yeah.
yeah, and the thing is at the end of the day, we're number one, meaning not a good way, in a good way. We are number one because we are the hot spot in the country, and nobody wants anything to do with us. Oh, that's really great for our economy. It's really great look for Wisconsin. Give me a break. None of us like
Yeah,
it.
keep the drunks. We're just getting the drunks to stay here. And remember, you're just stealing the money from the people that don't have it internally. We're not getting Illinois money anymore.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God. So we could sit here and rant for
Yeah.
quite some time, but
So,
what's your work anniversary thing?
well, I didn't want to make it a rant because I'm just asking if this is hypocritical. Because again, I'm not sure. This is one of those things. I'm yinging and yanging it. All right.
Okay, all right.
So
This is
after 5 years,
you're throwing it at the wall. Let's see if
yeah,
it sticks.
somebody. Well, I want another opinion. Somebody, somebody I know got 5 year work. Hey, it's your 5th year work anniversary. You know,
Is
so
this somebody
normally,
I know too?
no,
Oh, okay,
no, no.
okay.
So it's like you go out to lunch or something like that, right? Multi-million-dollar company, whatever. And you go out to lunch, but during COVID, you can't really go out to lunch, right? It's really not.
No, no, it's not
Yeah.
a good
Right.
idea.
So, right. So, so when the boss comes up to you and hands you your 5 year thing, and you grab it out of their hand and you go, "What's this?" It says, "Well, happy 5 year anniversary. We can't go out to lunch, so we got you a gift certificate instead, a gift card." Oh, okay, thank you. And as he walks away, and you look at the Culver's envelope and open it up and pull out $10 in a Culver's. I'm I'm really wondering at that point if just the pat on the back would have been sufficient. Because now this is one of those things where I'm looking at gift horse in the mouth in a person's eyes, going like, $10 is $10, but it's not. $10 is nothing. I mean, if you just came and said, "Hey, 5 years. Hey, once this COVID thing's over, we'll take you out on a nice dinner." Okay, sounds great. Not, "Hey, instead of that, here's $10 in a call." And I'm like, God, I think to
I'm trying to
myself,
be as cheap as possible because
I'm like thinking to myself, listen, if I go get myself a burger, some of the onion rings, the cheese curds, because those are good,
And a chocolate concrete
and a
shake made with
concrete,
chocolate custard.
yeah, and a concrete shake, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna go back to the guy that gave me this $10 gift certificate, and I'm gonna to bring the receipt that says $3.52, because it was 13 and I gave him 10, and I had to pull $3 out of my pocket. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need the other $3. That's how much. Of course, I couldn't get anything for my date that I went there to eat with, because obviously at $10, you're telling me to go alone, be a loner, go eat dinner by
How much is a concrete
yourself.
shake now? Could you even get 2 concrete shakes for that? I don't even know how much they are anymore.
Oh, that's a good question, because concretes might be just a bit over 5, right? For a large.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd eat the
they're
large.
expensive. I know
Yeah.
that.
So that's my question to you, without being much of a rant, because we're leading up to that. But do you think that what's the right amount? Now, I couldn't have scoffed if it was 25, right?
50. I think 50 because if you're going to go to any decent restaurant, $50 because
Yeah.
an entree, okay, let's say one entree is 12.99, a second entree is 12.99.
Right. They
Okay?
would have
Let's say
spent
you have an
first.
appetizer for 7.99.
They would have spent the $50 had they taken you out to lunch. Now they don't, so you get 10. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, but
You
then I'm
know,
thinking you're gonna have something to drink, not necessarily alcoholic, just
right?
beverage,
Yeah.
and then if you want a dessert, yeah, I would say 50. I mean, you go to Olive Garden or something like that, it's usually ends up being 60, $65
$30
anyway.
plus tip. It's always 35 plus tip, which is 50
Yeah.
bucks, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, I'm just
yeah,
talking like if you had an app and you had two
right,
meals and
right.
two, whatever. Yeah. So.
Yep. But yeah, so I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, I just look, fuck you and your fucking coat.
I don't like gift cards anymore anyway because it's like,
Never use them.
yeah, I don't use them.
I got a
So
stack of them, and I just found them. I cleaned out my car, which is what the rant's about, and I found I had a whole bunch of them. And I'm wondering, what do I got? $1 on this one, $9 on this one. What am I going to do with? Where's and there's got to be, and I'm sure there is some kind of charity where you can send them and they can actually redeem
yeah,
them,
I,
or
I think there is. There's probably something like that. But
if
I
there
know
isn't
Dave's
for
all pissed off. He's got this
yeah,
fistful of gift cards.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so you've got. Hang on. We've got to do our MoKE moment. Ooh, come on. Okay, now you have your official rant. So
All
what
right,
is this? Okay, so what about the car? What?
all
What?
right. So I've got my car. I've got my car out for sale now because I took over the other
Oh
car.
yeah, because you
So I've
you you took over your daughter. You bought out your
leased.
daughter's lease, whatever that
Right.
was.
So I got the Kia Soul. So now I have a 210 Toyota Corolla LE, basic car, automatic and air bows, and no lights on in the dash. 200,000 miles though. 200,000,
That's a
200,000.
baby.
That's what I know that you know that. So I look online and I see that dealers are doing them for about 6 grand, 59.99. I know I'm not a dealer, so and it's always better to be under 5 grand if you can. So I'm just testing the market, and I do 59.99. And I do have a scrape down on one of the doors, so I actually took a picture of that and I put it in the Craigslist ad as well. I said, hey, and just so there's no surprises, here's some damage on the passenger door. So because I don't want somebody coming out and going like, well, I'm only going to offer you this because of the damage. No,
Right,
you know
right,
about the
yeah.
damage right away. Okay. So, and actually, like I said, all the lights went on. I took it in and had to get the lights cleared out. A spider built a nest in my air conditioning and was draining water into the cabin in the bottom right. I'm trying to sell this thing and this is happening. Can you believe it?
It's
And I'm
always a
like,
spider.
so so I paid for that. So anyway, got the car nice and everything like that. Like I said, it's a nice car. So I got it on Craigslist. First one I get is, back is the only surprise is the price. Because I had said, so there's no surprises. Here's the damage. So
Hmm.
the only surprise is the price. Now, that's not how somebody who's sitting down to talk about negotiations in a civilized manner starts out. That's not how. It's not the same as, oh, dear sir, I see you have a particular vehicle for sale, and I might inquire some more about that. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
a shot across the bow. That's just bam. The only surprise is the price. Well, okay. So when somebody does a shot across my bow, since it's my car and I don't work at a dealership, I can tell them to fuck off. I don't care if they want to pay the price. So I hit them back.
You're firing the customers before they even get there.
Exactly. Yeah. Said the only surprise is the price. And then I said, first thing I said, because it's so low. If you're just saying that's too much, well, a parrot can say that. Here's the research I've done. If you have research that shows something you want to offer, by all means, send it. You're probably trying to buy a Toyota for Chevy, Dodge, or Ford price. If it is a Toyota you're looking for, I'm sending some others in this category. Maybe one of those will work for you. So I sent him 4 other cars that I found online that are my year and my miles,
Around
just
the
in
same
case.
price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just if he didn't like mine, maybe he'd like one of those instead.
Oh,
So
jeez. So did.
so that was the first one. All right. So the second one I got was um, was hey, interested in your vehicle. Let's see, where is it? Um, interested in your vehicle. Are there any accidents or anything like that? And then I sent back and I said, no, I'm the original owner. No accidents. 6 months ago, I had new brakes, rotors, calipers done. All blows, air blows cold. Tires are good. No warning lights on. Hope that helps. And then I get back from that guy. Do you have a current vehicle history report? If not, I suggest getting one at this website. The report is really inexpensive, only $19, a lot cheaper than Carfax, which is $40. I'm just like, fuckers, it's just an ad.
He's
You
he's
just,
he's he's trolling you for money. That's awesome.
yeah. So I sent him back. Wow, 2 sellers looking for buyers. Going to offer a warranty next? Question mark. Good luck on your job, because
Oh, jeez.
that's your job is to
See,
do
and that
that.
that's what Craigslist has changed. It's not like it used to be.
Well, it should be better because you have to pay $5. It shouldn't be as crappy as it used to be. It should be
Well,
better.
no, it's worse than it used to be. It actually used to be better. It's like there's more trolls on Craigslist than there used to be.
But that's what I like. But I mean, whatever. If I'm going to sell it cheap, I'm going to sell it cheap. I might as well get my money's worth out of it.
Yeah, what you need to do. Have you ever seen? There's like some guys who have done those like Toyota commercials, and they show the car. They'll use a drone. They'll get like a buddy with a drone, and they'll have somebody drive the car down the road, like a Vista, and then they'll have the drone following. And then they'll have like a voiceover talking about if you want a Toyota, this is the Toyota for you. And then they go and they list everything. It only has 217,000 miles. It's barely getting started. That type
Oh
of
my
thing.
gosh, that is selling it. Well, here's the thing. So I got those couple of people. I moved my car from the place I have it, which has visitor parking at this apartment complex I work at, and so I move it up front so people can see it more. Well, I forgot that I took my tag that shows that I'm a registered
Oh.
occupant of that place. So and put it in my new car. So then again, it's no problem if you're in visitors. That's visitor space. But all of a sudden I come back the next day and I go, where'd my car go? Damn if they didn't tow it away on me. It's my own fault.
How
My
much did
own
that
fault.
cost you?
$300.
Oh my
And
God.
that's because there was the people we hired to watch the lot. And I laughed with her. I said, listen, I'm not blaming you. I'm sure a tow person who answered the phone, you have more upset people at you than I can ever imagine. Getting upset with you. I said, this is my fault.
That was a senior
You know,
moment.
yeah. So, yeah, $300. I said, wah, wah, wah. I couldn't do nothing but laugh about it and say, hey, I got something for the show.
There you
So,
go.
so this thing is, like I said, so this thing is starting to become an albatross around my neck now. So,
You know what you need to
but
do? You know what you need to
I've
do.
always sold my own cars, though. I've always done this.
No, I'm not telling you to sell it to a dealership. You know what you need to do, right? You know where the spot is, right? You don't know where the spot is. You live in West Dallas and you don't know where the spot is.
The corner, what corner it is in West
Yeah.
Dallas?
Yeah. So what you do is you take your car and you know where your Home Depot is. You keep going up
Yeah.
National Avenue across from what is that? Well, it's past the Parkway. So just past the Parkway, between the Parkway and 124th Street, where they call it Oklahoma Avenue. It's not National Avenue over there. You park it along there, and you park it along where there's not houses, and you put your for sale sign up there, and people generally
Right.
come and take a
All the
look.
traffic through there. Oh, I
Yeah.
just gotta move it every day. It's all that it's on the road. That's the problem. And even, here it would have been right side, left side. Gotta move it every day,
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the spot. So you gotta take it to
I
the
need
spot.
someone's front yard on a corner. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
park it
yeah,
on.
the front yard and in the for sale position.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if my gas station. I know one of the guys that lives with us has a gas station on there in Forest Home in Edgerton. I wonder, I could piece him off. That's
Yeah,
all right. I'll talk to him. There we go.
yeah, could cost you less than $300 too.
All right.
Oh my God! All right, so we do have some hip happenings. Dave went
Yeah,
and
there are things opening up, and that's.
oh my goodness, oh my
I,
goodness.
I feel like I'm enabling when I talk about the things that are open now. Am I? Am I?
And we
It's like,
and we should preface this with Evers just had a mandate 25% capacity bars, restaurants, and stores. I don't know if that includes gyms and things
apple
like that.
picking and
Yeah, but
pumpkin
just
patches and
yeah, just so everybody knows.
haunted houses and
So yeah, all right, you go because you have most of this. I don't even think I put anything under hip happenings, did I?
all right. Well, closings. I got closings. Oak and Shield Gaming Pub down,
That I
done.
read. Yeah, I did read that one.
Baker Square around the corner. I saw over here by
Oh,
us.
that's been gone for a while. That Baker
I don't
Square,
know if
yeah.
we mentioned that. Tristing Pace Pub, the other one, is gone now.
Yeah, yeah.
That one's done. You know. And then they said someone said I read an article that says, hey, there's a GoFundMe for Mad Planet. They need some help, so I want to throw
Yeah, that
that
was
in.
Rhiannon's old haunt when she was in high school because they used to have the underage night and she used to go and drink
Oh, sure,
Kool-Aid
sure.
and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or whatever. I don't know.
But that would be another tough spot to see go down, Mad Planet, really.
Ah, Mad Planet is like, they're an icon in Milwaukee. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously. So,
exactly.
yeah.
And then there was just a little article. There are pumpkin patches opening up now, so
Yeah, I went
there's
and
an
did
article.
my pumpkins. Did I say anything about going to do my pumpkins?
No,
Oh, I went and did pumpkins. I probably should have been at the top of the show, but we went and did pumpkins about 2 weeks ago. Speakers, which is out on Highway 57, their family-owned farm. We bought all our pumpkins there. Yeah, they're
you never
great.
said that.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. So
yeah.
you already, yeah. Well, we didn't want anybody ours dying or getting mushy yet by the time.
Oh, I
There's
don't
no
I
kid.
don't carve them. I just use them for decoration. So,
So, do you think people are going to go out trick or treating, or do you think they're not?
that's a good question. I was talking to one of my coworkers because she also lives in West Dallas, and we looked it up, and it is on the city website that they are still having trick or treat on the 31st from 4 to 7 o'clock in West
Well,
Dallas.
I just saw
I
somebody
don't.
else that we're not, but you can't stop people from doing it. But we can't stop
Well,
people from putting on a light if somebody wants to go to their
yeah.
house. We can't stop people from walking down the street with a costume on and going to a house. We
No.
can't do that.
No,
But they're not
I don't
changing
know.
it.
I think if you're responsible with your children, go find a different activity to do. I mean, they can still wear a costume and you know do something silly with the candy and a big fun thing. I mean, you can do stuff. Watch scary movies, like Goosebumps or something if they're little, and I don't know, whatever. There's things
Everybody
to do.
can. Everybody will survive not having Halloween one year, but it really sucks because it's on the
It
weekend.
does.
There's a full moon, and it's going to be the fucking nicest October Halloween day probably ever.
Probably
And
ever. It's going to be like
yeah,
75 and beautiful and
balmy and
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, there's pumpkin patches. So you do have some stuff that's open. So that's cool.
yeah. This one I like that. There's the new moon burning bowl ceremony, and this is actually a
Okay,
real
that's
thing.
interesting.
Yes, you actually, you go and do ashes to, put away whatever happened the last month and represent the new month coming forward. I
Okay.
know, I know. If if watching TV has taught me anything, it's that women like to do that when they break up with a boyfriend. They burn all the pictures and all the keepsakes and everything.
Why is it always when men are destructive too, you know?
Yeah, we just throw the shit out we just throw
You
it out the
just bag
garbage.
it up and let the garbage
Yeah.
man take
But
it.
no, no, get serious. If you go to that person's house today, it's still there. All your stuff is still there. Your woman stuff. There's women's stuff in every corner, probably.
I've been
That guy.
married for 40 years. Of course it's still here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if a guy is single and he's had a couple of girlfriends, I'm sure there's all stuff all around that house that's from the different girls.
Oh, hell no, because you have to get rid of that because when the new girl comes in, if she sees that, she's going to be pissed off. You
Okay, we're talking
garbage
about that vibrator again, right? That they have to give
any of
back.
it. I don't care what it is. It can be a tube of lipstick, a
Yeah.
vibrator, or a
Well,
toothbrush. It
I didn't
doesn't
do that
matter.
with any of my other girlfriends, but maybe you can show me.
Oh, jeez, Dave. You are so bad. Oh, my
All
God.
right, and yeah, Waukesha has fear grounds, so they're trying to do.
Is that a drive-through?
I can't remember if that one. I didn't click on it as much.
Okay.
I can't remember because that also confuses me on how it was because of the Tunnel of Terror that I watched. The Uncle Larry's Car Wash.
That sounds awesome.
I have got to go there. And I said, Chrissy, you want to go there? She goes, and then she's watching the ad. She goes, no, because they're doing clowns.
Oh,
They're
does she
not
hate
doing
clowns as
clowns.
much as I do? I hate clowns.
Yeah, it. Everybody in our generation saw the original It at the most impressionable time they could, and we're done with
Oh,
clowns
I
now.
hated clowns ever since I was little. My parents took me to the circus and I hated the clowns. It's like I absolutely hated the clowns. Oh my
And
God.
this was great. October 16th, 10 days from now, on a Friday, the Solar System Star Party at Sharon Lynn Wilson Center for the Arts. They're going to have stuff out there for stargazing and looking at planets and telescopes out
Oh,
there and
that's
things like that,
cool.
from what I
Hopefully it'll be
understand.
clear.
Yeah, exactly. And, nice enough and all that. So.
Yeah, yeah.
So there are some things out there that look like can be outside or practice social distancing, because I can't see there's a lot of people that are going to be at the new moon burning bowl ceremony. But although I'm going to try to go and I'll let you know, because
Yeah.
I think we all need another month. I think until the election, I should burn away each past month that we're going through right now.
I actually
Definitely
think you should just take the 2020 calendar, even the
burn
months
that whole
of
thing.
November, December, and burn those with it.
Yeah.
Everything. Just burn that down. And 2021, because I have a feeling 2021 is going to be just as much fun.
Your Dune movie is already out 2022 now. Are they pushing things out
2021,
deeper?
October 2021. And I had tickets for a performance at Overture, which is in Madison. And I think the performance was April or May of next year. I've already gotten basically what is a gift certificate refund for the tickets because that's been canceled already. So they're already canceling stuff up 8 to 10 months out. So that's fun. I
All
know.
right. Hey, and words of wisdom. I tried to look for the author on this, but it looks like it's
Yes,
just
Dave. Dave this time with pearls of wisdom.
yeah, it's an old Arabic or Middle Eastern thing or something. I don't know. Actions always prove why words mean nothing.
So there you go.
Actions
All
always
right.
prove why words mean nothing. And I think that is a very good thing after watching the president take off his mask. I know everything. I went to school. Yeah. Well,
Oh
you
my
flunked,
goodness.
sir. You flunked.
Well, words do mean nothing when it comes to some of the actions that some
Yes.
people are doing. It's like, come on. It's like,
All right. All right, wait, we had time to do all that. We're actually at an hour right now. We should stop now. We're at an hour.
What? What? No, we're not. We're at 59 minutes and 25 seconds. So we
There
still
we
have
got
35
25
seconds.
seconds to say thank you to Pat and Mom and everybody.
Wait. We'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners, Dave's mom and my neighbor Pat, along with anyone else who stumbled across us randomly. And if you did,
Chrissy.
yes, Shiesty and whoever else.
The guys at Andrew Toyota.
There you go, the guys at Andrew Toyota and Farmers, Milwaukee Farmers United. Anyway, if you like what you're hearing, please tell 2 people so they can tell 2 people, and they'll tell 2 people, and then we'll have all sorts of people, and we can become internet famous. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do. You can what is it? MoKE Milwaukee on Facebook, and then here's my Twitter handle over here, which is harder to say than it is to just point to. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Everybody, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Stay safe, Milwaukee. Dave's gonna wave goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Yes, stay safe, Milwaukee. We love you. Yes.
Mask up.
Mask up. Yes.
Vote often.
Yes. Oh, wait. Yes, everybody vote. And if you got your absentee ballot, get it in. You know, you can drop it off usually at a city hall or your municipality. If you're not sure, check. Go vote.
Early voting.
Early voting.
In-person voting starts usually the 19th or 20th. Check your district.
Yes. And make sure that you follow every single rule. All right, that's it. Stay safe, Milwaukee. We love you. Bye.